I want to headline our show with this one. Middle Tennessee at Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers are 5.5-point home favorites, and this game carries an over-under of 60 points. Now, I put this in here for a couple reasons. One of them, though, is we are welcoming the state of Kentucky into the fold of legal sports betting this week. So if you are in Kentucky and watching us for the first time, welcome. Hello. We're going to talk about all of your teams in the next coming days here for these videos. So stay tuned with us and welcome. The other reason, Kelly, is this is a rivalry with a great rivalry name, 100 Miles of Hate. One of the best rivalry names, in my opinion, in the country. Western Kentucky leads this series 36-35-1. They've won the last 4, so they pulled into the lead here. I mean, this is as good as it gets, man. It's evenly matched. It's got a great name, and it kicks off Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. What more could you want? Now, Middle Tennessee did take a lot of movement after this line opened at -7. It touched 8 briefly after the first initial feeding frenzy. And like I said, now we're back down to 5.5 points. Looks like there may be rain for this game. Wind's not going to be an issue. Might be light and variable rain, about 30-40%. I think I saw of a chance throughout this game here. When I pulled up some of the advanced stats for this game, Kelly, there's a lot of red on it. There's a lot of bat or purple if you're using game on paper. There's a lot of negative colors with these teams. Starting with the Middle Tennessee defense, they're 121st in pass EPA and 124th in passing success rate. So not a lot of resistance from their secondary here. And they're going against the one, the only Austin Reed. Although the Toppers they've taken a big hit without Ben Arbuckle conducting this offense. They're just not exactly the same as we've seen under the Zach Kitley tree adjacent the past couple of years. They run the 9th most passes per game. That's not entirely unexpected, but they're around 70th in EPA passing success rate, and they have the 11th lowest average depth of target among quarterbacks with at least 100 attempts. So there's a lot of short stuff, and I can't blame them. Their elite wide receiver Malachi Corley, he's excellent with the ball in his hands, just a yak monster. He's 11.9 yards per reception, but just a 5.5 yard ADOT. That is the 4th lowest, by the way, among receivers with at least 30 targets in the country. And this Western team, they don't really have a number 2. I think they missed David Davis, who's now at Texas Tech, speedster. They don't really have that counterpunch. It's Malachi Corley or anybody else? I don't really know, and they don't really have a run game either. Middle Tennessee, they counter pretty well. They have Teldrick Ross. I know I just said their pass defense is bad, but this individual corner, he's in his 6th year now. He's an extremely sure tackler, very good coverage corner. I think he matches up well with Corley. I think we're going to have a really nice battle on the edge there. However, do note that Malachi Corley went 10 for 100 in last year's matchup with Teldrick Ross in the lineup. And Middle Tennessee's offense, I want to touch on it real quick before I hand the baton over to you. I'm doing a lot of talking here, but it's tough to gauge where they're at considering they played Alabama and Missouri, and then they played Murray State, and finally we get a data point with the Colorado State game. They were up 17-10 at halftime. Then they gave up a pair of long touchdown drives. They fumbled the ball away. That got picked up, returned for a touchdown, and that kind of sealed the game. But Kelly, how do your numbers shake this one out?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said, Brett. And yeah, there's a lot to cover as we dive into Conference USA midweek games, a new wrinkle this year in 2023. You said there's a lot of red or purple on negative colors on the team sheets for these. My team dashboards agree. Both of these teams are having disappointing seasons. They're both down 2.5 points in the ratings compared to the preseason. Western is down 12 spots in the rankings from their preseason, and their regular season win total projection is down from 8.3 to 7.6. So while Middle Tennessee is down 4 spots in the rankings, their chances to go bowling have decreased from 77% to 42% currently. Like, neither one of these teams is off to a great start. The good news is someone's going to get a win in this one. I have Western minus 8.5, so I actually like Western a little bit more than Vegas does here. It's a 73% win expectancy for the Hilltoppers. My numbers have it as a pretty even matchup between the number 110 Western defense and number 112 Middle Tennessee offense. So evenly matched doesn't mean it's high quality, but evenly matched. The difference, though, is my numbers give Western a big advantage on the other side of the ball. Hilltoppers have the number 65 offense. That's second best in the conference. The Blue Raiders have a number 107 defense. So that advantage combined with the home field advantage should be the difference in this one for me. Bottom line, I have Western minus 8.5. It's a 27% chance that Middle Tennessee earns the upset win on the road. Brett, as we look at the conference standings and how this game impacts it, These are currently projecting as the teams with the second and third best chances to make the conference championship game. Western Kentucky with a 62% chance, that's second best. If they get the win here, that jumps to 70%. If they lose, it falls to 40%, and they would then fall behind Middle Tennessee in the projected standings. Middle Tennessee currently in that third place with a 22% chance. If they win, it's up to 42%. If they lose, they drop to fourth with just a 15% chance. So that's the impact of this game, all else equal, on the conference standings, or the projected conference standings, I should say.
Yeah, and I think the only constant that we have in Conference USA right now, the only reliable team, is Liberty, and the other spot is kind of up for grabs, right?
92%
Holy
chance
smokes.
Liberty makes the conference championship game at this point. Yeah, they have separated themselves. At the beginning of the year, I had Western and then Liberty, kind of the top two, and that was clear. Liberty has now become the top one, and that is clear, at least as things stand right now.
Yeah, maybe time to talk to your family about an undefeated Liberty Flames team this year. And I'm not joking about that one.
Yes, sir.